It took 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, 6-year-old Elian Gonzalez, dressed in a t-shirt draped in fear, was gone.
Bingo, bingo, bingo!
Whisked away in the arms of a Spanish-speaking federal agent assigned to the case to provide the child comfort. She said later, while he was crying, "I was shaking." Minutes of calculated chaos by heavily armed agents from U.S. Immigration who sprayed anyone in their path with pepper spray. It was force met by anger. Demonstrators had feared this moment for months.
Is this what you wanted to see? Huh? Is this what you wanted to see?
They came into our house, took the boy, threw us down like dogs, totally unarmed. As you can see,
The government called it Operation Reunion, a delicate mission carried out with military precision. No one was seriously injured. No one expected the government would make its move at 5:15 this morning.
Now that iMac has brought the internet into millions of homes, the question is, do you change your decor to match your iMac? Or do you change your iMac to match your decor? That's the conundrum.
Court of Appeals ruled that despite his age, Elian is entitled to apply personally for political asylum, clearing the way for him to become one of the youngest ever to do so in this country.
You have to show that you're likely to be persecuted because of your political opinions if sent back to Cuba. What are a 6-year-old's political opinions?
Critics from both the legal and medical fields argue it's not only impossible for a 6-year-old to understand the implications, it's inappropriate to expect them to be able to.
Young children don't have the cognitive maturity and they don't have the life experience that's needed to be able to make decisions of such magnitude about their lives.
But Walter Polovchek sees Elian's case as a reminder of his own experience when he applied for political asylum from the Soviet Ukraine at age 12, and says age is irrelevant.
I think he understands and sees the difference between life here and in Cuba.
Whether it's a dirt track in the Dakotas or here on this giant Texas Motor Speedway, here are the words that will raise the hair on the back of your head.
Please welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Grand Marshal of today's DirecTV 500, Mr. Larry Latham, with those most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
The power is turned up. We're ready to go racing. Now look at the starting lineup and the green flag next.
Performing with a combination of power, grace, and trust. Now the world's elite skaters compete in knee sprints for the sport's top honor in pairs and dance competition. To win gold, two must skate as one. The World Figure Skating Championships, next Saturday at 3:30, 12:30 Pacific on ABC.
"30 contenders, 3 continents, 1 winner. The new Lincoln LS. Motor Trend Car of the Year."
What's America's #1 new comedy? You do the math.
If you had 3 jelly beans and I gave you 2 more, what comedy would you have?
We have jelly beans?
No, we're just pretending. Now, if you had 3 jelly...
Can we buy some jelly beans?
5, Jake.
5.
There you go.
But really none.
New must-see TV comedy, Daddy-O. NBC Thursday after Friends.
Monday, the madness ends. But for the King of Queens, it's just beginning. It's going to be a whole new me. The King of Queens, part of CBS Championship Monday.
You were there for the first kiss. And Friday, you'll watch them say goodbye.
It's pretty scary, going into a whole new world.
And you're ready to go into that world.
I will never forget you.
You're Corey. I'm Sean. Just like it's always been.
The only thing that ever made sense to me was you.
I love you all. Class dismissed.
After 7 years, it's time to say goodbye to Boy Meets World, Friday on ABC.
Mom takes the day off.
I want to take a bubble bath.
Can the family survive?
It's anarchy, baby.
Before all heck breaks loose?
I was just wondering if you could wash your shirt for me.
There you go. I'll wash. Malcolm in the Middle. All new. Next on Fox.
Television sets equipped with a new V-chip are now available. This system allows you to program your television to control the programs your children watch. Use the TV parental guidelines to choose programming best suited for your family. The V-chip and TV parental guidelines. Together, your guide to better family viewing.
Drew's lost his workforce.
We're just sick and tired of working our butts off for low wages while management gets fat.
Maybe management has a slow metabolism. Did you ever think of that? Now he's forced to work. I'll be right there. Who can Drew turn to?
Did I just hear you're giving away jobs in cosmetics?
Giving away and throwing away are two different things, Mimi.
For your information, I've been putting on makeup every morning since I was 12.
Yeah, maybe one night you'll actually take some off. Next, Drew.
Tomorrow at 6 on UPN 11. The ones to watch.
Tonight at 10 p.m., catch an all-new Daria. Followed by an all-new Fanatic with the cast of Felicity.
Was cutting your hair your idea or the show's?
And Tyrese.
Have I told you I love you?
MTV The New is now at the 10 spot.
It's on, you heard? It's so hard with the squad. Got to set the bar. Flip bars in Miami.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Now everyone thinks they can skate like Tony. Now available on Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Color, rated E for everyone.
On Storytellers Week, where rock's biggest stars tell the stories behind their songs.
A lot of things have happened since the last time we spoke.
And they sing them. Every night, a new premiere.
I don't think anyone's ever heard this song before.
Pete Townsend, Stone Temple Pilots, Don Henley, Steely Dan, and a greatest hits episode. Unbelievable. Starts Monday, April 24th, only on VH1.
Me Music on SonicNet.com.
Me.
SonicNet.com. Log on to SonicNet.com. Listen to music. Me. Create your own radio station. Hear the music you love. Experience Me Music on SonicNet.com. From the MTVI Group.
What would you say to a great journey? April on TNT is the stuff dreams are made of. Don Quixote in La Mancha. The world premiere of Don Quixote. The network television premiere of The Devil's Advocate. It's my time now. Batman and Robin. Chicks dig the car. An all-star tribute to Joni Mitchell. The NBA playoffs. All this month, Dreamers Rule on TNT.
The defending National League champs.
Well, we were #1 last year, and this year I would say we're just as good. I think we all feel that potentially this is as good a ball club as we've had.
Anybody that comes into Turner Field looks to beat the Glavins and the Maddoxes. We're tough, man. I still think we're the best in the National League.
Winning never gets old. Anybody that's ever won before always wants to win again.
The Atlanta Braves, opening day, 4 p.m. Eastern Monday on the Superstation.
You're watching Walking with Dinosaurs on the Discovery Channel. This is a news break from Discovery.com.
This week, Japan repeated its support for reopening trade in whales, elephant ivory, and hawksbill turtles. At an international meeting on endangered species, Japan said these animals are safe from extinction. The United States, Britain, and Australia oppose the plan.
For the latest science news, go to Discovery.com News and watch Discovery News Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
You've seen the signs, the writings on the wall. Our time has come. We're taking over Cartoon Network. Toonami, full cycle, a 24-hour Toonami marathon, Saturday at 6 a.m.
Let's get started.
Boom. You'll all die! Get ready for a Toonami special event. The Garlic Jr. Saga, an all-new Dragon Ball Z miniseries. Saturday at 10 a.m. Get your little on. Only Toonami.
Up next, get ready for the Disney classic Mary Poppins. Then it's Walt Disney Presents Disneyland Goes to the World's Fair. It's all part of Zoog Weekends.
Up next, get ready for Walt Disney Presents Disneyland Goes to the World's Fair. Then don't miss Zorro. It's all part of Zoog Weekends.
Hi, I'm Will Ferrell, and you're watching Comedy Central.
The Daily Show correspondents. Veteran reporters who know their beat.
Hey, stick it up your ass!
The Daily Show correspondents. They don't just ask the questions. They get the answers, too.
I'd like to talk about your salami. Does it look anything like this?
No. The Daily Show correspondents. When you're ready for the news, they're ready to give it to you.
Our responsibility is clear. Dignity and restraint.
Only on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. Weeknights at 11, only on Comedy Central.
Tomorrow on USA, a dedicated teacher tries to keep the peace at his inner-city high school. Samuel L. Jackson stars in the network television premiere of 187.
If you haven't seen Slime Time Live lately, here's what you're missing. Only on Nick.
Charged with murder.
Murder, sir?
In a world that has its own rules.
Need more time to prepare this case.
We have our marching orders. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
And secrets are hidden by lies.
We can't even have the appearance of a cover-up.
It will take an outsider to discover the truth.
I'm not going to leave this job until I find out what happened. Is it a threat? Oh, yes, sir.
Tommy Lee Jones, Samuel L. Jackson.
Withholding evidence is no less evil than charging my client with murder.
Rules of Engagement, rated R. Starts Friday, April 7th.
Playing today on pay-per-view? Check out ppv.com. Look what's coming up at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
Weird. I don't know if we have any computer nerds with us here tonight, but yeah, I like a computer nerd going, yes, over here. Last week, true story. Last week, I found this interesting. Two of the most searched for topics on the internet were Britney Spears and the IRS. Those were the two. Yeah. Another way to find information on these two things is to run a search for the phrase falsified assets. Which, because of the booby. All right. Why? That was bad, what I did. I simulated booby, which you can't do.
AT&T, Yahoo, and America Online are all making big investments in an upstart company called Net2Phone. Steve Young reports on the rush to the internet telephone market.
From AT&T's investment in Net2Phone, take a message. Internet telephony, which used to be PC to PC, tinny, and geek to geek, growing up. The transition from the old phone technology of dedicated voice networks to new internet systems that carry voice as a form of data has forced the giant of the long-distance business to get on board. It's not yet as clear as normal calls, but internet telephony already delivers cheaper service. And for business, it will also drop the price of equipment. Right now, a phone network for a Fortune 500 company can cost $25 million. Internet systems can shrink that to $2.5 million. AT&T sees $250,000 systems on the horizon. Cisco has just begun selling internet phones for use within corporations. The full switch to internet telephony could take 10 to 15 years.
AT&T, Cisco, and others see an immediate opportunity of several $1 billion a year in a market they expect to grow to several $100 billion over time. Steve Young, CNN Financial News, New York.
We're still awaiting approval by the FCC, but GTE and Bell Atlantic
they're not waiting around for a new name. Bell Atlantic GTE, names many of you have grown accustomed to, could soon be replaced by this.
Verizon, something like that.
Verizon.
Verizon? Is it Verizon? Interesting.
It's actually Verizon.
Really? Verizon.
Verizon will be the name of the new company if the FCC approves a merger between telecommunication giants Bell Atlantic and GTE. The name and the red, black, and white logo were picked from more than 8,500 entries.
This name is combining the Latin name Veritas with Horizon. And Veritas connotes certainty, reliability. Horizon is visionary, forward-thinking.
I get the name change, but what's the merger going to mean for local customers? Well, the rates are going to stay the same, but the good news is local calling areas, they could be expanded. Hey, what about wireless service? Well, Bell Atlantic says the merger will improve wireless services and provide customers with the latest in communication technology. Company officials say the FCC could approve the merger as early as June. Soon after, the old logos will be replaced by Verizon, something that may take some getting used to.
I'm so used to answering the phone Bell Atlantic, but it'll certainly take a while to get used to Verizon.
Bell Atlantic officials have another reminder. If this merger goes through, customers will have to sign their checks Verizon. Officials are confident this merger will go through. Once that happens, changing all the old logos should take about a year or two. In Richmond, Ray Saya, News 6.
AOL membership gives you more benefits, and it's never been easier.
It's very easy to use. Anyone can use it.
AOL parental controls help safeguard your kids.
Customer service at AOL is fabulous.
Email, buddy lists. AOL has got it all.
America Online. Sign up today.
Columbine, 1 year later. How are victims and their families coping? Tonight, 2 stories. First, Erin's heartbreaking year following that bloody day.
I'll always want to remember what happened.
Then, the story of how other families have found hope. That and more on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
With the win over Texas, the Yankees get 4 pitchers combined for the shutout over the Twins 2-0, and in the National League, San Francisco over Florida 8-7, the Giants' 5th straight win. In typical Nolan Ryan fashion, the all-time strikeout king is recovering from his double bypass operation faster than anyone expected. Doctors anticipate him being released from the hospital within the next day or 2. Ryan went into the hospital Sunday after suffering shortness of breath and chest pains. He was rushed to surgery when tests revealed near total blockage of his main artery to his heart. Ryan's wife, Ruth, will drive him to his home in Alvin, where he will continue to recuperate.
I no longer compete at a high level in strength competition, but I still want a high energy level. I want to be very fit, and Metrics was the key for me. I found that it had all the protein I needed. I've got plenty of energy in my workouts. It's been a great product for me. When I found Metrics, I found the answer. Look, you don't have to be Bill Kazmaier to use Metrics. You can find this stuff at any GNC store.
U.S. Senator Rick Santorum says the federal government's actions were outrageous in forcibly removing Elian Gonzalez from the home of his Miami relatives. Tomorrow, U.S. Attorney General Janet Reno will meet with a dozen senators about the raid. Republican leaders are calling for a congressional hearing on the raid. But Reno says she has no regrets, and White House officials are backing her up. They blame the Elian's Miami relatives for leaving them no choice but to use force. Meantime, Elian continues to stay with his father at Andrews Air Force Base. A new national poll shows nearly 3/4 of Americans agree Elian belongs with his father, but they're evenly split over the use of force to achieve it. When asked, do you approve of the method used by federal agents, 49% said they disapprove, 48% approve.
Yeah. Me music on SonicNet.com.
SonicNet.com, remain calm. Me. It's me. And my man who?
Me.
Log on to SonicNet.com. Listen to music. Create your own radio station. Hear the music you love. Experience Me Music on SonicNet.com. from the MTVI Group.
Some women are offended by being called babes.
Testosterone fell around here.
We're the male site. People come to our site because they're into video games, DVDs, movies.
Booty call is the letter section.
There are so many guys who write in to get a lot of sex questions.
Oh, we get thousands of emails.
Babe of the day.
Wrestling, cars.
Science fiction, comic books.
She's pretty hot.
Exploding chainsaw match, funky monkey, you know, all the stuff that guys are into, basically.
Go to snowball.com for hundreds of the coolest sites by the internet generation.
Wednesday's now the sexiest night of the week, because Pete discovers he has the gift to make any woman beautiful.
Would you help me?
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to work with this?
And there's nothing sexier than a little dinner, dancing, and dessert. Then came you after a new Two Guys and a Girl. See you Wednesday on ABC.
A son loses his mother's life savings. That was a deliberate theft. Cicely Tyson guest stars.
I want my money, and I want all of it.
I'm Touched by an Angel. CBS Sunday.
Later on The Tonight Show, Jay's ready to rumble with the sartorial splendor of David Arquette. Plus, an assault from Battery Park's Elizabeth Perkins and the quenching tunes of Oasis. Your local news is next.
Daytime's hottest hunk, and he's all yours. Every weekday on Donnie and Marie.
Tomorrow at 11 on Fox 21.
You're watching the Spring Thing. Spring has sprung on Kids WB.
Hey, Berto, every secret agent gets cool stuff, right? So I need more gadgets.
You've already got your BioLink, the coolest car ever, 2 planes, stealth mode, and a jetpack. What more do you want?
How about a super turbo jet boat? Or maybe a mountain bike? Max deals today on Kids WB.
The verdict is in. These judges rule.
You baloney, baloney, baloney. Get a handle on it, buddy.
Judge Joe Brown, People's Court, and Divorce Court. Today at 11 noon and 1 on UPN 11.
Here's your regular internet homepage, and here's i1.com. It's free. You use it like Yahoo, Excite, or other search engines. Only i1.com gives away $10,000 every day, $1 million a month, and $10 million on tax day. Which one would you choose?
Very loyal to this site. I'm not going to abandon it for some new guy with a truckload of cash.
You're kidding.
Of course. Do I look like an idiot? Look at this cash.
Introducing i1.com. Why wouldn't you?
You need that change, I gotta make a call.
This change?
Yeah, that change.
Oh, this change over here.
Frank, have you forgotten about 1-800-COLLECT? Yeah. Well, I guess I don't need change. Right, and 1-800-COLLECT's cheaper than dialing 0.
It'll save $1 or $2. Go ahead, make your call.
You mind moving your butt?
Which butt?
My butt?
Oh, this butt.
Yo, move it. Say butt. 1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
Downsize your way to better downloading. What if just one wire could bring you fast connections for making fast friends, high-quality pictures and sound for your MTV.com video viewing, and no interruptions? Welcome to the world of high-speed cable internet service. Catch up, plug in, and move fast to MTV.com. Come run with the quick crowd.
For 3 years, divas have taken over VH1. Tuesday, for the first time ever, men strike back. The Backstreet Boys, D'Angelo, Tom Jones, Enrique Iglesias, Cisco, and Sting, with special guest Christina Aguilera, in concert together for one night only, with appearances by Kevin Bacon, Jenna Elfman, Heidi Klum, Matthew McConaughey, Dylan McDermott, Susan Sarandon, Kira Sedgwick. Just when you thought divas ruled, men strike back. Tuesday at 9, 8 Central, only on VH1.
FarmClub.com presents the biggest event in the history of hip-hop.
I haven't been on stage with my niggas in like 13 years.
NWA, The Reunion.
You don't even understand.
We are a part of music history, not just hip-hop. We're part of music in general.
For us to get back together, man, it's giving the people what they want.
NWA reunites on FarmClub.com tonight at 11 on USA.
These
These are the new classics on TNT.
Ooh, the good news is you're fired.
Movies that set the standard.
Ha!
Oh, people don't die because you're bad.
And never grow old.
Want to see what's in my bag? From his footprint, he looks like a big fella.
Faces you can't forget, and movies you know by heart.
They're here.
The new classics on TNT.
Hey, what's happening, man?
This April, the Superstation brings you a month of big-time Hollywood movies. The world broadcast premiere of The Game. The Superstation premiere of The Hard Way, Last Man Standing, Burglar. The Superstation original movies, The Time Shifters, Fatal Error.
It's confirmed. It's happened again.
The place for movies in April is TBS Superstation.
Discover a place where something amazing happens every day. The Discovery Channel. Explore your world.
Noggin, the New Kids Thinking Network from Nick and CTW, is on TV and online because we know you go both places. Check out what's hot in the dot of noggin.com right this second. Make your own comic. Answer polls with Skangle and Skangle. Buzz your brain. Learn Nogginese. Take a walk in someone else's shoes. Chat with Fred. Create your own Noggin logo. And more. Your thoughts, your stuff, your life, your noggin. To get it, go to noggin.com and ask your parents to call your local cable or satellite company.
You know that I'm gonna need the quarterly.
What's magic about a book? It's the power to transport you somewhere else.
Sometimes a vacation puts things into perspective.
Open a new kind of book that will take you anywhere you want to go. The magic of ebooks, the magic of Net Library. Unbound books, boundless possibilities.
Next Wednesday at 10, only on Comedy Ecclesay.
Coming up on the next Man Show, marriage Man Show style.
The flesh-colored wedding ring. She's happy because you're wearing a ring. You're happy because you can still pick up chicks. Right?
And of course, girls on trampolines. The Man Show, 30 minutes of beer commercial fun. Coming up next, only on Comedy Central.
For my girlfriend. You don't have a girlfriend.
CNN Headline News. Get to the point.
12:30 power lunch.
Another martini, Paul.
3:45 board meeting.
What do you think?
Oh, very nice.
7 o'clock friendly takeover.
Patrick, you're so sweet.
9:15 make a killing.
So, what do you do?
I'm into, well, murders and executions mostly.
American Psycho. Rated R.
Well, I talked to the Attorney General extensively, especially in the last several days, and I supported the decisions that were made. I think, you know, we talked last evening last, and then I talked to Mr. Podesta 2 or 3 times through the night, and I believe that it was the right thing to do.